Hey everybody, this is Vril continuing our Vietnam 65 playthrough, and we are now on turn 6. We're doing pretty well, but we don't want to be doing too well because this Hearts and Minds score, if we get it too high, the Vietcong will actually start to get progressively harder during the playthrough. So let's go down to the battle map away from the intelligence map. We were delivering an artillery piece to one of our fire bases, or forward bases. I think I'll try to get it to our furthest one. So we'll go here for now. Unlike some of the other units where we have to deal with fuel and supply, the artillery actually has its own ammo that we have to keep an eye on, and it only has 4 shots, and then we have to resupply it with ammunition. So that is fine. Let me just see what else we need to be doing. So we've got this helicopter. We can probably just notice this guy over here. Oops, don't want to be in there. I was just noticing this unit here has some intelligence, possibly. Yes, so we've got some Vietcong RPG forces here, so we actually don't have any forces to deal with that at the moment. Let me think about what we can do about this. Do we have any helicopters here? We do have a helicopter, but we do not have any units to take there to deal with that, and we don't have our ability to do any airstrikes or anything like that either. So we might want to build an infantry unit. They do get pricier the more that you have. So this used to be 1,000 political capital. It's up to 1,250. This Chinook was also a little bit less expensive when we initially purchased it. So I'd like to mainly train the ARVN forces, which we just started doing. So maybe I won't do that at the moment. Let's just see what we have that can actually be moved around. I'm going to move this guy one place, although I should have probably moved him back to the village here, but we'll set him up in an ambush. I kind of feel like there is a Ho Chi Minh Trail spawn point around here, so we'll keep an eye on that. And we will move these guys this direction. We're having them head towards there. This guy needs to head back to the Alpha base and refuel for a turn, it looks like. And this guy's pretty good shape. I feel like we had more units than I'm talking infantry units. We've got 3. I guess we didn't. We had 3 and we had the Green Beret. And then we're going to train some ARVN forces. Just have him head back to the base as well. Hang out for a turn. Okay, this guy. Here we go. He has a unit on him. Alright. So we want to just deliver him. Hopefully this will be far enough away that we won't get attacked by... Okay, no, we did. I'm just going to drop him this way, and unfortunately, we are going to need to send this guy to be repaired, and I think, where was our engineer? Was he all the way over here? Yes, he was. Okay. So these guys, they might just disappear. I mean, they're insurgents, that's kind of what they do, but we'll try to pursue them. Let's just chase them off into the woods over here. See what happens. Okay, so we also have this ability to build some more forward bases. We might do that, but we also might not. Let's just keep this engineer where he is. We've got our Green Beret, and he's training more ARVN forces. We don't have any of those yet. It'd take 2 or 3 turns. I don't remember the exact amount of time. One thing to note, let's see here. I think once we train these ARVN forces, these flags will go up here, this like flagpole here, and you can only build 2 per fire base. So we've only got 1 fire base at the moment, so we'd only be able to build 2 of them. So if we build another fire base, then we'll get another one of those. Let's end this turn. Okay. So we have that contact here. I'm going to be pursuing them some more. We did go down in our hearts and minds. I think that's because our helicopter was damaged. Let's see if we can try to send him all the way where that engineer is. I think he's got to be repaired at the base. And these guys, I want to get back to the village here. It's going to take a couple turns because we are in the woods. It is a bit of a rainy season at this point. Let's send a supply unit over here.
Embarking supplies.
So now that we know that there was an RPG over here, we probably have again, a Ho Chi Minh spawn point over here someplace. Let's actually just set up an ambush if we can. And for these guys, probably do the same with them, I'm thinking. Okay, we did move that helicopter. Just gonna go right back. Don't have anything here. Just making sure I don't have any units that were just being rested, basically. Just remember we have this howitzer here. We've got the Chinook. We've got... Actually, I'm going to... Yeah, we'll keep this guy here. And the Chinook is back. We'll rest him for another turn. Alright, and we're done with that one. A lot of these turns go very quickly at the beginning, just because there aren't all that many Vietcong forces around. So... enemy forces are mobilizing, and it looks like we did get knocked down in our hearts and minds again. So things are brewing beyond our control. Okay. We will head to Bravo Base here. Have this engineer hopefully repair the Huey. That does cost some of our political capital. Okay, the village was uncooperative. Didn't give us any information about anything. Okay, so... Actually, I'm noticing... Yeah, that's right. These bases do not refuel our helicopters. We need to be over here at this base, but I will try to resupply this guy. Yeah, we need to be operating from this base here. It's the fire base, not the forward base. And actually, we will send some supplies to this unit here. And actually, we've got... I thought we had another Huey. Apparently we don't, and we need to head back to here to get some information, possibly. No new intel. Okay, we got ambushed by some, actually, NVA infantry, so I think that's the first time we've seen them. Rather than the Vietcong forces. Let's see, I think we're too close to the village to do an ambush. Let's move out into the woods a little bit more. Alright, so we finally trained this ARVN unit I've been talking about. We will resupply these guys here. I think that we... Okay, we've got that guy was also resupplying, and what was this guy? It was going to resupply. Let's have him go over there. Alright. Hopefully there's no RPGs in the forest there. Actually, this guy's already going there. So what do we want it to do? We want to send the Chinook. Those guys are good. Okay, well. We'll send the Chinook to these guys. Might as well. Doesn't cost us anything. So we've got this ARVN unit. I think I'm going to have them head down the road here. I'm going to move them 2 tiles so that we can do a sweep for mines. Because I'm thinking to have our engineer come down the road a little bit more and probably build another forward base at some point. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Somewhere around here. Okay. Got some information at that village. Nobody to send. Let's see. Okay, these guys can't do anything because they just trained that guy. Anybody else? Nobody else to... Oh, okay, we've got some... Okay, unfortunately that ARVN force got attacked. And we've got a contact over here. Are these rockets? I think those are rockets. Okay, this village is actually on our side, apparently. So let's, before we do anything, make sure our units are resupplied. Okay, that's not good. I'm going to do an airstrike here. Okay, they took them out. I do think that you can accidentally bomb a different tile by accident sometimes. I do think it's a little bit random, as it should be. Okay, then we were going to resupply this guy. Yeah, unfortunately, we have kind of some problems in the woods here. And these guys, I'm just going to set up for an ambush. Because they're injured, I need to bring them back to our main base to rest up at some point, but you kind of get into these issues where you have so many units and you need to resupply them that it gets difficult to actually have these units go back and be, okay, I did not mean to. Now I just damaged our helicopter as well. What I meant to do was have these guys head this way. My mistake. Okay, we'll set these guys up for... have them move into the woods even more. And then probably set them up for an ambush.
Unit requests resupply.
Okay, we've got this helicopter. I'm a little worried about just sending them down this road here. But I think we're going to have to. Okay, yeah, we're good. Alright, well, we'll just keep these guys resting some more. We'll train. Yeah, so you can see this flag went up for the South Vietnamese flag here. That means we've got one of the two slots for our ARVN forces. Okay, so we've got this guy. Gonna have them set up an ambush in the woods here.
All units have been given orders.
Okay, everybody's been given an order. Okay, so our hearts and minds did go up again. Let's see, what do we want to do? We want...
Supplies low.
Actually, we're going to get this some fuel on that guy, but then we're also going to have to... I think we're going to have to let's send this engineer this way. And we'll start repairing all these helicopters that we've got damaged, unfortunately. And we need to resupply. So like I was saying in the first episode, yeah, a lot of the game is spent with these helicopters, resupplying your units, and that's really the most difficult part of this whole game is you can't have too many infantry because you have to have just as many helicopters to be around to keep them supplied. One thing I noticed that I tried to do, I mentioned how these villages have information and there's the fire here. Like this one has information for us. The only people that can get this information, only units that can get the information is the infantry units. I believe the ARVN forces could too, but the Green Berets I had sent a Green Beret into this village in the first episode. He did not get any information for us in that. So, something to keep in mind. Let's set this guy up for an ambush.
Setting up ambush.
Keep these guys set up for an ambush. Thinking to purchase another infantry unit and just have them head towards this village. Seems like there's some operations going on in here. Okay, let's see anybody else we have. This guy's all refueled. I suspect this guy's going to need to be supplied not too long. I mean, he's good right now, but it's going to take 2 movements to get over there, so need to plan early on that one. Otherwise, we'll have to use one of these supply drops, which cost the political capital. Alright, so we've got an RPG. Let's see if we can move towards it. I think I'll have these guys move as well. Yep, we've got another VC infantry. And, okay, they nicely enough had the artillery select for us. I almost forgot about it. But we will go ahead and use our artillery on this guy. Unfortunately, the RPG was just out of range of the artillery. Alright, I think we're done with all of our units.
All units have moved.
Okay.
Target eliminated.
These units do gain experience over time, by the way, so it is good that these guys are pretty wounded, but they are gaining. You can see they've gained a rank. I think that, let's just
Sweeping for mine.
sweep for mines. I'm going to need to send them back.
Running low.
Let's see, where is our... Okay, let's move them here. Hopefully not get caught up in RPG fire, and we're going to move this engineer this way as well. And have them repair... Actually got 2. We'll have them repair this one that's already fueled up and ready to go.
Need a resupply on this unit ASAP.
Okay, well, need a resupply. We'll just have him go back here, I think. And I don't really think anybody needs a resupply at the moment, but we'll have him ready to go when he needs it. Same with this guy. I guess we'll just have him head to this unit here and resupply them, even though they don't really need it. Okay. And these forces... There was an RPG around.
Eyes on Charlie.
Okay, we've got this guy. I think I'll just move in this direction. So I'm going to cancel this particular movement because I don't want to get caught up in this RPG fire, and there's nothing we can do about it at the moment. It doesn't look like... I think it's out of range of our artillery. It's 1 tile out of there. Let's see here. This guy should be doing ARVN. Yeah.
Unit deployed.
Actually, ARVN unit is ready to go. Good. Think... We already gave this guy an order, I think. Yeah. So we will send these guys out. And I'm thinking to kind of just send these guys home to this base here, and we're going to need to pick them up with a Huey. These guys need to be refueled, it looks like. We already told them to do that. Okay, I think we're all out of things to do.
All units have moved.
All units have moved. That was a move I had started in the last turn. Alright, so in this turn, got some VC attacking,
Clear in this sector.
but we're
Enemy
good.
ambush.
Unfortunately, that unit was completely lost. I think, anyway. Let me just double check. Yeah, it was, unfortunately. Let me go back to the intelligence map here. Okay, well, it does look like we're out of time for this episode. Thanks for watching, and I will see you guys next time.